Morning. Welcome to Ask Coffee Online Culinary Academy. My name is Chef Caesar. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a sausage gravy. This is a breakfast staple that has become really popular throughout the United States. If you go to pretty much any breakfast restaurant, you will see this in their menu. And this is a southern, typical staple that we're going to be making this morning. We're going to start with some very few ingredients. As you can see, we got some ground breakfast sausage here. And we have some milk, some flour, salt and pepper. Really, there's a lot of ingredients that go into this this gravy, but it's also really tasty. We're gonna start by cooking our sausage here. I got a little pot here. I'm gonna be using about 8 ounces of sausage here. And you can buy this already bulk like this, or sometimes you can buy them like already formed into patties. But this is cheaper and it's really easy. You want to break this down when you're cooking in the pot, otherwise you're going to end up with some lumps. But you want to use a wooden spoon, and as it starts to cook, you want to kind of break it down so you end up with some really tiny chunks, not like big chunks of meat in there. And we're going to be using some of the fat that's going to come out from the sausage to make a roux to help in thicken up the gravy. And also, if you think there's not enough fat in here, you can always add a little more. I got some bacon fat I got here. If I need some more, I'm going to be adding some, but if I don't, I don't have to. And it's really good. If you add some bacon fat to this gravy, it adds a lot of flavor. It looks like we might need some more fat later on once this starts to cook. It's pretty lean, so there's not a lot of fat in the sausage. And you want to have some fat to make the roux. Otherwise, it will not work too well. And this is really, you see the popular biscuits and gravy in pretty much a lot of breakfast restaurants. And now you can make your own. I baked some biscuits this morning. I'm gonna be, making a nice dish with some nice eggs today. It smells wonderful, especially when you cook in sausage. Wow. And also, you can make this, ahead of time. And again, keep it, cool it off really well before it goes into the refrigerator. And it's going to taste even better tomorrow. You can reheat it, and it's going to be great. As you can see, there's not a lot of fat in this meat, so we're going to need to add some more fat to make our roux. See, it's breaking down really nice. But you don't want to have big lumps on your gravy, so you really want to work it so all the meat, breaks down. Turn it down. And you can use a different fat. You can use some butter too, instead of bacon fat. But bacon fat gives a really nice taste to the gravy as well. Okay, now I'm gonna take it off from here. I'm going to transfer my meat into this little bowl so we can make our roux. See, it's nice and crumble. This is what you want to have. You don't want to have like lumpy meat. Okay. Now I want to add some bacon fat here. As you can see, this is our sausage already cooked here. We're going to put it back at the end once we start, our gravy with the milk and a roux that we're going to be making here in a little bit. Oh, this smells great. And since this meat's already seasoned, you don't need a lot of seasonings for your gravy. It's really, pretty much done for you. So you only need to add some more. I mean, you can add some more spices if you like. But you need some salt and pepper at the end. And again, it's really Up to you. There's a lot of recipes out there. See, we're making a nice blonde roux. You don't want to brown it too much. I'm gonna break down all the lumps you might have from the flour so you don't have a lumpy gravy. I think we have a question over here.
Would spicy sausage be okay to use instead of breakfast sausage?
The question was, is spicy sausage okay to use? Yes, it would be. If you like it spicy, you know, if you eat spices, you can have some spicy, you know, sausage. It will not be that spicy. Once you put the, you know, the milk in here, it won't be that spicy. You will see. So you can always use that. Okay. Now we're gonna put our milk here. I'm gonna use my whisk to break down if there's any lumps left in here. So there's the milk. I'm gonna bring it back to boil so it starts to, you know, thicken up a little more. Like, see, it's really easy to do. Today I baked some biscuits this morning, so we're gonna be, you know, making a plate with some nice, you know, eggs with some biscuits. This is like the typical, you know, breakfast. It's a comfort, you know, food type of thing. It's really easy to make, as you will see, and again, it's really, you know, tasty. Crank my heat up here. And some people, they even cut up some like breakfast sausage pieces, like links, and they leave it chunky. So it's up to you. If you want to have some like big pieces of meat in the gravy, that's fine too. You can, you know, get some sausage links and, you know, cook them first, and then you slice them, you know, and then you put it in the gravy. But this is, you know, a lot of people prefer it this way, but it's just up to, you know, personal preference. If you like it, you know, bigger chunks of meat in there, sausage in the gravy, you can do it too. So it just depends what you want to do. And I mean, as you can see, this is so easy to make. You can, you know, make it at home for breakfast, and, you know, and use it for a couple of days. And like I say, it's really simple. As you see, this takes very little time to make, and you can make a wonderful, you know, breakfast, nice and you know, fresh and tasty as well. So we're just gonna wait for this milk to start, you know, simmering so the gravy gets thick. Because right now it won't get thick until it starts to heat up. You want to be careful not to burn this, because milk's, you know, can stick and it starts to burn. Do you guys have any questions out there right now? Feel free to, you know, send them my way. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. Also, if you want like a more richer gravy, you can, you know, add some heavy cream, like do a half and half, but this is fine too. You know, it's just because it's got so much, you know, fat already. You know, I don't know if you want to make it even more creamy, but this you can, you know, do like half milk and half cream, but normally it's just done with milk. And once it starts to simmer, it's going to start to get thick, as you can see. And you want to cook it for, you know, a few minutes so that all the flavors come together, and then we're going to add the meat back into the gravy. You can see a few pieces floating there from what was left in the pan, but I'm going to put some black pepper. I like a lot of pepper in my gravy. Salt. This is already beginning to get a little thicker. remember when I was working in this breakfast restaurant when I was very young, I used to make, you know, big pots of this. It was very popular. You make it like every other day, you know, you just make enough for like a couple of days, and you know, you'd be making this all the time because it was, people just love this. It's one of those comfort foods that people are always gonna like, and you know, it's become very popular in, you know, in American restaurants and breakfast especially. So as you can see, it's starting to, you know, simmer. We're gonna let it go for a little bit, and then we're gonna add this cooked sausage back into the gravy, and it's gonna, you know, really enhance the flavor. And you can also, like I said before, you can save this, you know, cook it and cool it off and reheat it tomorrow, and it's gonna be great. It's like anything else. Tomorrow's always gonna taste better than today. As you can see, it's getting thick now. Oh, it smells great. Simmer. I want to add this meat back into the gravy. Let it go for a little more so all the flavors, you know, cooks really nice. You taste it, if it has enough seasonings, salt and pepper. It's really good. Maybe a little more salt. A little more pepper here. As you can see, it's almost there. You want to simmer for a few more minutes. Just want to show you the texture. See, it's not very thick or too runny. It's just, you know, enough to cover, you know, the biscuits that we're gonna be putting it on. And again, if you like it, you know, thicker, you could always do that. You can add more flour. You want to cut back in the flour to make it a little more runny. It's just, you know, your personal preference, whatever you like. Turn it down. In the meantime, I want to warm some of this biscuits I baked this morning. Cut them open. Got my little toaster oven back there. I'm gonna be making some nice eggs here with to serve our breakfast sausage with. As you can see, it's really easy to process to make this. It's not, doesn't take very long, and it's a few ingredients make a really nice and tasty, you know, breakfast comfort food. Here. I want to turn it off here because I want to start, you know, want to make some nice eggs here for you guys. Got some clarified butter over here. A a little bit in my pan here. It was in the refrigerator. This is why it was like, you know, hard like this, but they should be like nice and melted. As you can see, this is our gravy. It's really nice, not too thick or too runny. Oh, I got my little biscuits warm in here. This is a nice way to practice your eggs, your omelet, your eggs. You know, you can make nice breakfast when you do your assignments, and you can, you know, present them this way. Like I always keep saying, presentation is, you know, a big deal. Not only taste, but also presentation plays a big part when you're a chef, and you want to make some beautiful dishes all the time, and you know, and I know all of you guys do. Set off my plate over here. Put some of this English muffins over here. Some making some sunny side up eggs. You can make it, you know, over easy. Like try to flip them over. That's a, you know, nice way to practice as well. When you do your assignments, you know, you can try to do something a little bit different. Get this out of the way here. Now all the egg yolks are still, you know, on top, and we have the egg whites not nice and they're not runny anymore. You want to make sure that like there's no white or runny on top of the egg whites, so it's nice and cooked for sunny side up eggs. And now that they're done, we're gonna put them on a plate. Slide them like this. Very simple. Now we're gonna put some of this gravy. You have a nice one for breakfast. And it doesn't take very long. As you can see, it's very quick. It's very easy. Put some nice fresh fruits over here for garnishes. Got some kiwi, some blackberries. A little parsley here. And there you go. A nice, wonderful breakfast with some nice gravy, some eggs, and very easy to do. I want to thank you for being here today. I want to just mention one thing too. When you go to the site, there's a new challenge this month. We have some nice new questions you're going to be asked. You know, if you want to be a manager, they're really geared to like people who want to work in the business. And there's some nice, you know, trivia questions there that have to do, you know, running the business. And also there's some nice prizes that you will be getting, so try to participate, and it's really exciting. You know, there's a lot of things that you can learn from this, and it's really great. Well, thank you for being here this morning with me. I want to see you next week again. Have a nice day.